God of War Ragnarok, Gran Turismo 7, formerly PS5 exclusive, now coming to PS4. What is up with that? Sony betrayed everybody. Or did they? Come on, y'all. It's time for a reality check. Let's talk about it. All right. I know I'm a week late. I'm catching up. I've got a new setup and I'm working toward getting out daily content, so I apologize profusely. But I couldn't just let this topic go without talking about it, and I'm going to make it as quick as possible because you guys have already probably talked about this ad nauseum. But yes, these games are coming out on PS4. They were announced before, exclusively for PS5. A lot of people on the internet were furious because they felt that Sony lied to them. They felt that Herman Hulst was betraying them. All the stuff that Sony said in the past, throw it out the window. No. To the point, you guys know that Sony is a business. Straight up. There are 25 million PS5 units out in the wild now. There are 114 million PS4 units in the wild. Is it at all possible that you PS5 early adopters, and you know who you are, maybe you jumped in a little too soon? Now again, I'm not blaming you. PS5 is awesome. I personally believe that consoles don't really reach their maturity until 2 years into a life cycle. That's the way I was about PS4. That's the way I believed. I just thought that we were a little early on PS4 and Xbox One also, but here we are. No problem getting those early, but we didn't really see games taking advantage of the power of those technologies until a little later into the cycle. So I believe that's also the case with the PS5, but even less so, or even more so, because what you'll see is that the gap between the visuals on what we're seeing on these games isn't quite as extreme as many of you would have expected or hoped for. Now look, from a strictly business perspective, I fully expect, no, I'm not gonna say I expect, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw versions of Demon's Souls and Returnal somehow make their way onto the PS4. But if they don't, it's no big deal. I would hope so because I would love to play them, but I wouldn't be surprised because there are 114 million units of PS4 out there that people would probably love to get their hands on those games. Look, life happened. The chip shortage happened. They can't get the consoles into people fast. Look, life happened. The chip shortage happened. Sony just can't get those consoles into the hands of the consumers fast enough to justify making exclusive games for that player base. It's just what it is. Perhaps tempering your expectations on what you should expect in the PS5. This is not shade on the PS5 or Xbox One or any of the new consoles, but the graphics and the experiences are largely the same. They're both amazing on both systems. Perhaps the PS5 should be looked at as an additive machine, i.e. a machine where you'll get the same games, just prettier and shinier with more exclusive content that you can only get that takes advantage of the PS5. I don't think it makes sense as a PS5 owner to get mad that your games are coming out on PC, which Sony is apparently also courting, and PS4. More people get to play those games. Now, I get it. You're upset. Why did I buy a PS5 in the first place? I mean, I don't know. Why did you buy a PS5? At least so quickly. You wanted to see the very best in graphics. You wanted to see that generational leap in hardware. You wanted to see and get that next gen experience. And for some reason, you feel that PS4 in some way is holding those games back. That the developers are creating games to cater to the lowest common denominator hardware, and then somehow they can't juice up enough to take advantage of the PS5 hardware. I think that's how I'm interpreting the online arguments. That doesn't make a lot of sense. It doesn't make any sense, actually. Now, granted, I get it. If developers are making games to take advantage of the full power of PS5, then yeah, you're going to see some better games coming out in the future. But look, Unreal Engine 5 really just came out. So you won't see games at that level that, eases the process. And then the games that you're expecting, those experiences that really take advantage of the rumble technology or the haptic feedback technology and the SSD, that would mean that those games would have been started in development a long time ago, well, much further back than probably even you expected. There's no way that the developers have planned for this level of technology, not yet, But maybe 2 years down the road, the normal time we expect to see those high-end games, maybe. I'm excited about the idea that we're going to see more cross-gen games. I was never really into the idea that games would be locked out or just for the PS5, at least not this early on. Now, 2 years down the road, sure, I can totally see that, but there are so many great experiences like Spider-Man Miles Morales, or, well, I guess Ratchet and Clank. I can't remember if that's exclusive or not, but Miles Morales, that you got a great, fantastic even PS4 version, but you got an exceptional PS5 version. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But what do you guys think in the comments? Do you care that we aren't seeing more Sony exclusives? Are you glad that Returnal is locked to the PS5, or that Demon Souls is PS5 exclusive? Do you think it should find a way onto the PS4? Do you think that Gran Turismo 7 or God of War Ragnarok is being held back because it's forced to be on both pieces of hardware? Does it make sense that Sony is catering to both markets, trying to please the 114 million user install base they cultivated for the past 7 years? Or should they go after the brand new guys, who maybe the brand new guys should just be happy that they're getting brand new, incredible content as an addition to something that the base level guys get? I don't know. Well, I was going to say it's a tricky situation, but it's not really tricky at all. Early adopters going to early adopt, and there's a price for that. Nothing wrong with early adoption, but there is a price for that. And smart business sense would be that Sony tries to make media the best media that it can for the most amount of people that it can. I think that makes sense, right? But what do you guys think? Do you guys think that Sony really should focus on PS5 exclusives? Now, we're not going to talk about lying or miscommunication because that's a different conversation entirely. But looking at the facts and looking at the reality that we've set up in traditional console cycles, do you think that Sony should release games for multiple platforms, but then on the higher end platforms like PC or PS5, put all the bells and whistles? Just make those the best versions of those games that they can possibly make. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments, and I'm reading all of your comments. I think that's probably my favorite thing about doing this, reading the comments and interacting with you guys. So leave a comment if you like the channel, if you like what I'm putting out, subscribe, hit that notification bell to let you know when I'm going to be putting up new videos, because next week and this week, I'm going to be putting up a lot of videos. The cadence is going to pick up. I hope you guys dig it. And if you watch my tech stuff, if you want to know all about WWDC and everything that happened with Mac, look for those videos very soon, because I've got a lot to say, because I am a hardcore Mac user. So expect videos there. But in the meantime, peace.